Hi everyone, Jesse Kitson-Abelson here with a Movement Athlete. Today we'll be talking about the hollow hold fundamental. If you haven't already seen it, we've got a video that goes over the perfect hollow hold technique, what to look out for, and how to do it well. In today's video, we'll be looking at 14 of our progressions from the hollow hold fundamental. And if you want to see more of the prerequisites and the micro progressions, you should download our Movement Athlete app where we have it there. In today's video, we'll walk you through how to shape the body from a smaller position and gradually elongate it to the full body hollow hold position with the arms overhead. Okay, so let's take a look at the lower body lifts on the elbows. So firstly, leaning back, forearms are contacting the ground. We're really focusing on just the lower body here. And before we lift, we have to make sure we're contracting, engaging the core. And we're just going to lift the legs off a few inches, hold for a couple seconds, and then repeat the process by lowering close to the floor and raising back up and holding again. So we want to build up to get to 30 repetitions, which is definitely a level of muscular endurance, but it'll start off probably lower than that, and you want to build up to the 30. Next, we'll look at the upper body lifts with the arms down. So we'll lay back on our back in a fully stretched position. The arms are close to the thighs here, and we're gonna be focusing on the top portion of the body. And essentially, this is a crunch with your body completely outstretched. We're going from a straight position to this slightly flexed position here. The goal is to reach up to 15, 20 reps. So next we'll look at the upper body lifts, but elongate the position by putting the arms overhead. So this is essentially a crunch with the arms overhead. We're in the outstretched position, and we're curving just the upper half of the body here. The legs stay contacting on the floor. The lower back stays contacting on the floor. The shoulders come off, and we're getting this hollowed shape in the upper body here. Next, we'll look at something called the hollow hold lifts and hold with arms down. So we'll start off in the outstretched position here. Arms will be down low by the thighs, and we'll be lifting both parts of our body into the hollow hold, holding this for 5 seconds, and then relaxing back down to the ground and repeating it. So again, notice that we've got that curved body shape. Legs are just about 5 to 6 inches off the ground, and we've got the full body tension. Now we'll take the more outstretched position here and do the hollow lift and hold with the arms overhead. So repeating what we just did, but now we're in this full body length position. So lifting up to the hollow and holding this for 5 seconds and then repeating the process. You wanna make sure you contract your abs and your core before lifting off the ground. You want that lower back pressing against the floor as well. Now, if you have trouble doing any of these exercises, your back is coming off and there's some kind of compromise, it's smart to go back a step and master that before moving on to the next one, because very early, very easily, you can start doing this wrong and getting that lower back coming off the ground, and it's due to fatigue, and you want to pause before that happens. We will now look at the tucked hollow with one leg extended, where we're going to grab the other knee. So we'll first start in the tuck position, grabbing both knees. We'll extend one, grabbing one knee with both hands, hold this for a second or two, and then elongate after the hollow, bring the other leg in, and you'll keep alternating into this kind of position. Okay, so we're alternating hollow, and then one leg tucked in. Okay, we're going to advance the previous progression by now doing a hands-free version. So hands-free tucked hollow with one leg extended. So beginning again in the tuck, we'll go in the hands-free position, extend one leg, hold this for a couple of seconds, extend the other leg, bring back the alternating leg. So alternating, holding this for a couple seconds. And here it's more difficult because we're not grabbing that bent leg with our arms. We'll now be going into the tucked hollow to both legs extended. So we will also do this in the hands-free position. So first starting off in a tucked hands-free position, and then elongating the legs, and then returning back to the free tuck position. Now, goal with all of these reps that we've been doing here is to build up to 20 reps. So again, notice that the lower back is always maintaining contact with the ground, and we're just going from tuck to the extended position. Okay. Okay, next we'll be going into the tucked hollow hold position, and we'll be going into a more muscular endurance side of things because the goal is to eventually hold this for 60 seconds. And essentially this is a dead bug position with the shoulders off the ground and the hands free here. So we're shooting for the 90-degree knee angle, 90-degree hip angle, and shoulders are off the ground. Here's the position we're holding, the tucked hollow position, shooting for 60 seconds, being comfortable, able to breathe, and still. Now we'll start adding a little bit of movement in here in a small position with the tucked back rock. We also call this rock and roll in gymnastics. We'll first start this by grabbing the knees and get the coordination of rocking back and forth in this tucked hollow position. Okay, so once you can do this well, then you start to go more of the hands free, and then you can start to elongate the body a little bit more, but keeping this rocking motion, staying hollowed in the hip angle and the chest. And obviously the longer your body is, the more difficult this gets, but just understanding the forward-backward motion before this eventually becomes the full body hollow rock position, you want to understand it first in this small position. So by this point, we've learned how to shape the body in the hollow position, but now we're going back into the muscular endurance side of things. And can you hold the hollow position with your arms down for 60 seconds? That's the goal. So we'll show you the position. And here we are with the hollow position, arms low towards the legs, and holding this with everything correct. So when you start to feel fatigue, you'll notice a couple things happen, maybe like the lower back starts to arch. Again, the goal is 60 seconds, and whenever you start to get tired, you'll start to feel some of these compromises like the lower back's arching and a couple of these other issues. And that's when you want to pause or make the body smaller, some of these earlier regress versions that we went over, but eventually trying to hold this position for 60 seconds. So we've shaped the body into the hollow position. We showed that we could hold it for 60 seconds, and now we're going to be rocking back and forth in the hollow position with the arms down. So goal here would be 12 reps. I think this is easier than the static hold that's for 60 seconds. This is just the coordinating forward, backward rocking motion while maintaining full body tension in the hollow with the arms down. Now we're going to head into the full body hollow hold position. This is our 13th progression here. So we'll start in the outstretched position with the arms overhead. We're going to contract the core, make sure our lower back is on the ground, and we simultaneously lift the lower and upper body off the ground at the same time. Goal is 60 seconds, full body hollow hold. It won't start off that way, but you'll get there, and it's definitely much more difficult than the arms low position. So here we have the full body hollow hold position, shooting for 60 seconds, which is a measure of strength, body shaping, and that muscular endurance. Our 14th and last progression today is the hollow rock with the arms up in that position. So we'll start the same way, outstretched, arms overhead, track the core. Let's get into the hollow, and we'll start the forward-backward rocking motion. The goal is 12 reps in this position. So we got the coordinated full body tension, keeping the shape, and the forward-backward motion. And again, this will start to transfer to other skills in calisthenics and bodyweight training, such as the kipping muscle up. So being able to coordinate this forward-backward motion in the full body hollow hold position is great. Thanks for watching our video on the hollow hold progressions. Hollow hold work should be a staple for anyone training in calisthenics, and really for anyone that wants to help ward off back pain. It's also a good idea to revisit these progressions every now and then, because over time, we might not realize that our hollow holds are breaking down, and revisiting this can help perfect it and fill those gaps. A strong hollow hold will directly transfer to better kips if you're working the kipping muscle up, the kipping pull-ups, those kinds of things. So thanks again for watching our 14 progressions on the hollow hold. Really quick, if you want to get started with calisthenics but are unsure of how to do so, I highly recommend trying our free calisthenics assessment. It will only take you 5 minutes to complete, and you'll receive a detailed, personalized training program complete with recommendations and workouts you can use right away. If you found these videos helpful, please click the like button below and leave any comments or questions you might have in the comment section below. See you next time.